female who's happens to have not only autism but epilepsy, and both mentally drain you as is, and you get to this point of survival mode. And I think it's unfair, especially as because we mask very well. So like a lot of people, whenever we display any autism stuff, like for example, like the hair, like fidgeting, like going like this, or the hair pulling, or being very emotional in an argument because you just want to be understood, you get all these like misconceptions about you, and at a point you question yourself of, oh, am I have the right to feel how I feel, or or should I believe this other person when they tell me I'm overreacting? And it's not that bad of a day out to talk about this because I've been thinking about it for a while, especially when you go for the postical stage, you just go can that kind of go through this like, what am I doing wrong, even if you do everything right. And then for me too, like I've kind of learned like this is what's the reasons this see all everything I've gone through, especially in these past 3 years, are the reason why I am more motivated to do content creating, especially with the seizures I've had. And also like just feeling like a sense of like getting that creative like frustration out that I didn't really have before, even if like I've previously said, even if my views don't get a lot, like if I can just touch one person, like I am fine with that. I wonder. Yeah, it says it's supposed to rain, but it doesn't. It's just cloudy. So who knows? I wanted to get on here on that, and because it's like something that needs to be discussed. Like, yeah, people like a lot more, especially. I don't know, and then like everything like that's been going on with me, I feel like it just hits a little more. And then, like, people wonder why, especially females, go numb because you get tired. You get tired of just being on survival mode, having to explain and like living this forced life that not like either your family or society has taught you to be like with the go whether you go to school or trade, like have a career, like regardless of what it is, they tell you to have a career. And truth, and it just shuts all the creativity out. And it's just so hard, especially in your late 20s when it feels like I'm young. Like everyone I know is like, oh, people have different career changes, like you're young, da 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 da. But I feel like with the survival mode and with with the chronic illness and neurodivergency, it like sped up my life a little bit. Like I feel like I'm a lot older than I should be. Like it was crazy because as a kid, I was accused of being immature. I was accused. No, as I'm older right now, I'm accused of being immature. But when I was a kid, I people thought I was mature for my age, and that is a problem because. Oh, hey, Madison, how are you? And it's the problem because then like no one really like when you're asking for help, no one wants to hear it. And when people finally come for you to help, like you're just like it's too late. Like you should have been here when I asked you for that help. Oh, that's good. How and then thank you so and then thank you so much. And it's I don't know. I don't know. Just especially right now, just feeling a bunch of big emotions. And this is, I think this is where a lot of, it's crazy because I was clinically diagnosed, but I have a lot of problems as if I was undiagnosed. And that is the problem, I think, with school districts because they cut off services at a certain point. Like, you would think me growing up in a suburban town, I would have all these crazy resources, all this and that throughout high school. All I got was speech therapy as a kid. My mother put me in play therapy so I could, and then I had an IEP. And even the IEP messed up because it wasn't until senior year they were like, "Oh, we focus on math so much, but you needed writing." It's just like, great, now I'm going to college. And it was crazy because in college, like there was a lot of things like I didn't learn. Like so trying to like I could write it, but then when you ask me like proverbs and all that, like give me a minute. And that's a problem because people assume that you're not intellectual, but in truth, I am. I just have a different way of it. And you can do nothing if no one has, taught you any different. And then I feel like I'm just repeating myself, but it's just so frustrating. Especially now, like you're having kind of that same school misconception in a workplace, whether it's like retail or dealing with office politics. All right, let me get off here and do something. I thank you so much for watching, guys. Okay, Steph Curry. Have fun with that. Bye.